Imagine turning simple fabric into this stunning, trendy backless bubu gown with a perfectly fitted inner belt, elegant, stylish, and absolutely eye-catching. In this tutorial, I'll show you step by step how to cut and sew this beautiful design with the exact techniques needed to achieve that clean professional luxury finish. If you've been looking for a fashionable gown for clients with love, then stay till the end because this is a style you definitely want to create. So I have my fabric here, which I have trouser length 2 yards. You can use 3 yards for this. If you are using Ankara, you use 3 yards for this Ankara. So I folded it into 4 for the style. Sorry, I folded my fabric into 4, which I'll use pattern paper to illustrate. So I folded the paper like this, the first fold like this, and we have another fold just like so, making it 4 folds. We have 4 folds, which we have this side as the unfold side, this side as the open side, and this other side as the side that will be facing us, which we have our patterns on. So this is the edge side here, which will be starting all we're taking all our measurement from this side. So let's start with the measurement. So you do your shoulder divide by 2, which the one I'm using is 7.5. So I'll mark the 7.5 here, which I have the 7.5. Then from this 7.5 here, which is the line we're having, you go down how long you want your sleeve to be. It's up to you. Just measure how long you want your own sleeve. So I have total of 23 inches there about. Yeah, I have 23 inches from the starting point to this point, 23 inches. I marked the 23 inches here, which from when I measure from 23 inches, when I measure from the shoulder point, I'll be having 15.5, there about 15.5 inches. So after you don't getting this, what you do next is to measure your bicep, as how wide you want your sleeve to be. So I measured, I used 12 inches, which I'll mark here also. So after marking, I'll have to connect the line from this point down to the 12 inches, which you mark like this to the 12 inches. So after you're done getting this, so what you do now is to come to the neckline. So I'll just mark it like this as the 12 inches. So you come to the neckline, I'll be going in by 4.5. You can do 5 inches, but I'm doing 4.5 on this. So I mark the 4.5 on this part here as the neck line. Then I'll go down by 2 inches, the neckline here as 4.5. I'll go down by 2 inches. You can do 2.5. So I'm going down here by 2 inches. I'll mark it here, which I'll use a curve rule to connect to the 4.5 inches line. So I'll connect with the curve rule like this down to the 4.5 inches line. You mark like so, just like this. So after you're done doing this, what you do next now is to determine the back design. That's how you want the back. So what I'll do now, I'll come down from the shoulder line, also that's the starting point. From here I'll mark 15 inches. You can do your back half length. It's up to you how deep you want the V on the back, that's the open back, but I marked 15. You can use your back half length, you can use how deep you want, it's up to you. Then you go in by 5 inches, you go out, sorry, by 5 inches, just like this for the back opening. So when you mark 5 inches like this, you connect with the straight through, just the points, the 15 inches to the 5 inches line like this. So after you're done doing this, what you do next is to determine how wide you want the opening to be. So on this one, I used them 3.5 inches wide on the back neck. So I'll connect from the same front neck, which I have the 2 inches line. I'll be marking 3.5 from this point here. I'll mark 3.5 here like this, just like so, 3.5. Then after marking the 3.5, so what you do now is to connect. When you have your 3.5 here, sorry, I'm trying to make the chalk visible, you connect with a straight through down to the 5 inches line which you have on the waistline, just like this. You mark with a straight through like so, connecting to the line. So we have the opening of the back now. So after doing this, what you do now is to determine the length of your dress. So I used 35 inches as the length of my dress, which by the time I added 1 inches to make it 36, 1 inch for the folding, allowance. So I have total of 36 here, which is like the last side of the fabric. I have 36 like this. You mark it 36. Depends on how long you want your dress. Well, I'm using 35. This is the fabric I'm having. Sorry. So I had to use 36. Sorry, 1 inch is folding. I'll be having 35 left as a length. So after you're done doing this, what you do now is to measure your bust point. Mine is 11 inches, so I'll mark the 11 inches bust point line. I'll come here also, I'll mark the 11 inches line like this. Then I'll connect with a straight through. Let me mark another line. I'll mark another line like so. Then I'll use a straight through to connect the lines together. This is where I'll be taking the measurement for my bust. But when taking your measurement, you're not using the bust measurements because you want is a free dress, is a very big dress. You're using your hip. So I'm making my hip divide by 4. Then I'll add 4 inches to it for the ease. You can add 3, you can add 5. It's how big you want it. Me, I don't have enough fabric. That's why I'm doing 4 inches. So I'll mark the 11.2. Then I'll add the 4 inches is allowance. So you can do 5. It's up to you how you have fabric, but my fabric is not much, so I had to manage it. So I mark the 4 inches here, which I will measure the total um, number I'm having. I'll take it down to this point. I'll mark the figure I have. I'll also take the round figure I have. That's the total figure I have on that bust point line. I'll take it down to the dress length like this. So after I done doing this, what you do now is to connect the lines together. That's the points which you marked together like this. Connect them together to the dress length line. So after doing this now, so what you do next is to, from the armhole side, from the sleeve side here, what I did was to create a curve from this sleeve side down to the dress length. If you have enough fabric, you can do from the sleeve line down straight if you want it very big, but because my fabric is just 2 years, so I'm just trying to manage it. So you can do from this sleeve down straight to the dress, but I'm making a curve because I need the other side for bias for the closing of the neck and then the back line. So I made a curve like this, after which I'll be trimming with we'll be cutting out. We have the lines, we have the straight line for the sleeve opening, then the curve like this. Remember I said you can make it straight, so I'll cut out. You can make it straight from the sleeve length down straight to make it very big. So the remaining fabric I'm having, I'll be using it as a bias strip to pipe the neck and the back side. So after cutting this, what you do next is, this fabric is very shaky, so I had to use pin to hold the shoulder side. So after doing this, I'm cutting the excess I'm having. So after doing this, now what you do now is to open your pattern. That's, don't cut through the back. Remember we cut out the front, so we want to cut out the back now because it's cut together bubu. So what you do now is to take your front pattern, remove the back from the front. Watch the way I'm doing it. You have to move the back from the front just the way I'm doing it. Arrange it back, which you'll be having only the back like this. By the time you remove the front side, remember you're not cutting, you've already cut the front neckline, so you want to cut at the back and the shoulders, they are together. So what you do now, because your cut is a cut together, but what you do now is to separate the front side, then we have the back side like this. So when you have your back like this, what you now do is to not cut out from remember we did 5 inches, you cut out the 5 inches to the 3.5 on the neckline, which we did earlier. So what I will do now is to cut out from this part here, that's the 5 inches here, from here like this, then straight to the 3.5 inches we had on the neckline, just like so. So after you're done cutting this, now we have both the front now and the back cut out just like this. So we have the front side and here as the back side. So after you've finished cutting this, now what you do now is to cut out the strip. You can do facing for this. If you have enough fabric, please, you can do facing for the neck and the back neckline. But because I don't have enough fabric, I'll be using the same fabric as a bias strip just to close the lines, as knitting the back line. So what I did was to take the measurement of what I have on the back, just like so. I'll measure all through like this, like so. Then I'll take to the other side if you don't do this, what you do is to make sure you have a long strip, like a long strap of fabric, which by the time you sew you have excess, but taking the measurement is still very okay. So by the time you take the measurements, you know the length of the fabric you'll be cutting. So I measured it. I'm cutting 1.5, that's 1.5 inches for the strip, that's the strap. I'll cut 1.5 inches the length of what I have on the back, but I'll add like 2-3 inches length so that I will use it to, I'll have excess. So I'll go ahead, I have it now. I'll go ahead to pipe I'll turn the front of the fabric. I'll place the right side facing the right side like this. Then I will stitch like this. When I get to the other side, I'll stitch two to this other side. Then do the same thing on the other side, and I will flip back just the way you use your bias to knitting your neckline. So I'll be doing that on this part to the underside, and I'll bring for us to see how it looks. So I went ahead to do that, and this is what we are having. After closing with bias, we have it like this, which I knitted. You can remember I said you can use facing on this also. So after doing that, we have little excess. Remember I said you can add 1 or 2 inches for just in case, so you have excess. So I had to trim out the excess like this. So after doing that, now we have the back knitting already. So we've already gotten the back knitting. So what you do now is to knitting the front side. Remember after knitting the back, you have to knitting the front side. So what I did was to make a long strap. So I had to cut a very long strap of fabric. It's up to you how long you want the tie to be on the back. So after tying, how you want it to drop. So I had to cut a very long strap, which I folded into two. I think I have about 35 thereabouts on both sides, which will make it 70 inches. Let me measure. I think I have 35. Yes, I have 35 inches, which by the time I will open, I'll have 17 inches on both sides. So what I did was to place on fold like this. I'll notch the center front and the center back just the way I notched it. Then on your neckline, that's your dress neckline, you fold into two like this also. You look for the midpoint. You notch the midpoints on the neckline, like the midpoint of the front side. You notch it like this. So after notching, what you do now is to take the long strap, which you have to close the neckline of the front. You take it like this. Remember we have the notch on the long strap also. So you take the notch part, you place the front facing front. Remember the way we bias the back. Then you sew round. Let me pin down this. Then you sew round. By the time you sew round, just like this, when you get to the end point, you stop, you sew the other side also. When you get to this point, you stop like this, you sew to this point, you sew to this other side also. Then by the time you're closing, remember when you're doing bias, you have to sew first before flipping to close to the other side. So after closing, when you want to, after you finish that one, when you close, you have the excess long strap that is wearing. So what you do now is to close that excess one. You just continue your sewing through the other side and the strap. So guys, I went ahead to do that, and this is what we are having like this, which by the time you pipe and I sew the other side, is I just sew straight to the other side to close the other strap like this. So after you're done doing that, we have the back like this, which by the time we tie, we are having it just open like so. Then you tie, open like so, then you tie the back neckline just like this. Tie your strap like this, just like so. So after tying this, what you do next now is to cut out a long strip also, which you'll be using as the belt for the inner belt. So I went ahead to do that. I have I went ahead to do that, sorry. I have a long strap of I think 35 by 35. It's just how long you want it, and I did a 4.5. By the time I fold, I'll be having 2 inches. So I just made a long strap of 4.5. By the time you fold to sew the side, you have 2.2 inches. So I did that and I made it 2. So what we do now is to turn the wrong side of your dress. You take the side that you did not close on the belt side, you fold like this, you place it on the line, that's that sharp line you're having like this. You have to pin it down because you're stitching through like this. So you sew that. I'll pin this one down. You do that on the other side also, like this. You place it down like this also. Sorry, you place it down, like turn it like this. You place it down, then you sew on this side also. Just place like this. You sew it very close to the line here, which by the time you'll be having a tie on the front when you wear the dress. So I'll do that, then bring for us to see the look. So I went ahead to stitch the belt to the back side of the dress, which we're having like this. So by the time you stitch the dress, you'll be having the belt length like this. So it's up to you how long you want your belt, but anyhow how long it is, it won't show on the front side. So you do that. By the time you tie, you're having it on the front side. So after doing it, what you do next is to place the wrong right side facing the right side, because you want to close the sides of the dress. So you place the right side facing the right side like this. What you do is to fold the sleeve. Remember, we have the sleeve. Make the sleeve like this. Place your pattern like so. If you are making it straight from the sleeve line, you don't have any curve like this. It's just a straight line you're having. So you just mark close with quarter of an inch or half of an inch. It's up to you how well. You can still do 1 inch. So by the time you close, when you finish closing the side, just like so, then you will now close the sleeve. So I'll do that on the side, close the down part like the length side, and bring for. So guys, I went ahead to do that. I sewed the sides of the dress, which I have like this. We have the belt inside, we have the down part like this, and we have the front like so. This is how it's looking, and this is how our dress came out. I don't know, if you've not followed us, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Drop your questions on the comment section. I'll gladly answer you. And like, share to your friends. Thank you so much for watching this. I think we've come to the end of the video. See you on my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.